Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to WWE 2K25 Showcase Mode, the Bloodlines Dynasty, and this time we're playing as the Wild Samoans, Arthur and Sika, against the legendary Dudley Boyz in a tables match. Let's see if we can beat the masters of the table. So let's go!
Ladies and gentlemen, if it weren't for the next two superstars in our showcase, none of this would be possible. Because without Arthur and Sika, without the Wild Samoans, there truly is no dynasty. While it was their father who made the blood oath with High Chief Peter Maivia, it was Arthur and Sika who built the family up, training generations of relatives, all with the single goal of becoming the best professional wrestler on the face of the planet. And while the two would together be WWE Hall of Famers, based solely on their work as trainers and cultivators of the next generation, their in-ring successes only add to their immortality. Arthur and Sika formed WWE's most dominant tag team of the early 1980s, fighting their way to the WWE Tag Team Championship on 3 separate occasions. Opponents were often defeated before the bell even rang to start the match, falling victim to the aura and the intimidation factor of having to step into the ring with the Wild Samoans, accompanied by Captain Lou Albano. The trio formed a masterful group that was able to take all opponents off their game, be it through Albano's devious schemes or the overpowering nature of the Wild Samoans. WWE had never dealt with a team so primal, turning each match into a battle of survival. Most feared, the deadly Samoan drop, a move that has been imitated by many, but duplicated only by a chosen few.
There they are, the Wild Samoans.
These are immigrants coming from the island, trying to figure it out, trying to find a way. I couldn't imagine being these men. I couldn't imagine taking on these responsibilities of setting the tone in a whole new country. And then trying to break into entertainment on top of that. But they made it work. And that's what we are. We're workers. We make it work.
These tribal elders set the standard for all of their descendants to not only follow, but they also taught their descendants how to surpass it. So beloved were the two that perhaps no moment holds more significance to your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, than when he was presented the Ula Fala by his father Sika and Uncle Arthur after the 2020 Hell in a Cell event. You see, it was their acknowledgement that gave Roman Reigns the unshakable confidence to continue his journey to becoming the greatest of all time.
The utmost respect, love, and gratitude for those men. Because if my father and uncle don't do what they do, we're not here.
We now humbly present to you the honor of walking in the famed footsteps of the Wild Samoans, finding a tag team in WWE's long and storied history that we felt would test the Wild Samoans was not an easy task. But then, a thought came to your wise man. Why not give the audience exactly what they want? Why not put the Wild Samoans against one of the greatest tag teams of all time? Why not present Alpha, Sika, the Wild Samoans versus Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys? And if we're going to go that far, let's do it in a tables match. Showcase that savage brutality that made both teams the eternal legends we know them to be. No pinfalls, no submissions, no rules. Just be the team that avoids being put through the table, and you will emerge victorious. And with these four men, you better believe that things are going to get extreme.
Okay then. This is going to be one hell of a challenge, with the AI possibly working against me achieving the objectives.
That's just what they'll get from
because flying through a table could happen quicker than you could possibly imagine. Especially with this team involved, the legendary Dudley Boys, masters of the table,
and a combined weight of 600.
ECW legends and hardcore specialists.
It takes a strong brotherly bond to agree to go into battle against the Wild Samoans, but that's exactly what Bubba Ray and Devon have.
I have a strong feeling this match isn't going to be for the faint of heart.
Well, look, the Dudley Boys may not be all there in the head, but they're easily the most highly decorated tag team in pro wrestling history. They've beaten the best, they've beaten the toughest, and they're ready to come in and beat the wildest tonight.
Both the Dudley Boys and the Wild Samoans are coming into this tables match with something to prove. Who's the best tag team of all time? Who's the more cohesive, brotherly unit?
Who's more savage? Who's more extreme? Gentlemen, we are moments away from finding out the answers to these questions once and for all.
Guys, this is going to be a great one. You can feel the electricity already.
I feel the excitement and some fear, too.
Accompanied by Captain Lou Albano, and a combined weight of 645 pounds. Alpha and Sika, the Wild Samoans.
This tables match might be a dream match for many, but for both the Wild Samoans and the Dudley Boys, this is about to be one team's greatest nightmare.
Alpha and Sika clearly not looking to back down here.
I think it's time that we honor the legacy of the Wild Samoans and rest in peace to these two absolute legends,
The Dudleys
Alpha
can
and
certainly
Sika.
handle their own, but they've never faced anyone or anything like the Wild Samoans.
Those mean looks on both Alpha and Sika's faces, I'll tell you, they're out for blood. And the Dudleys are about to walk right into the lion's den.
Let's show the Dudleys some wildness. Let's go!
Tables match here with the masters of the match, the Dudley Boys taking on the Wild Samoans.
There's always those thoughts in the back of your mind. My brother can beat up your brother. My brother can put your brother through a table faster. Finally, we get to see those thoughts become a reality.
Saxton, I never want to hear about the inner workings of your mind ever again.
I second that, but the Dudley Boys and the Wild Samoans are two teams who also clearly have a few screws loose. This should be intense. Such a peculiar look coming from the Wild Samoans, as if they have no control.
Let's put on the hurt. Oh no, not yet.
Now these are obviously two juggernaut tag teams clashing, but this is also a match that clearly favors one team over the other. Be honest, Corey. Do you think the Wild Samoans really have a chance in this one?
This is the Dudley's wheelhouse, Cole. No team
Let's
knows more about
go.
excelling in a tables match than Devon and Bubba Ray. The Wild Samoans have a lot of unbridled aggression working in their favor, but ultimately, they're up against the Masters.
I think if we clobber them enough, that could be easy
As much damage as humanly
damage.
possible. But at what cost?
Now clearing the announce desk, this isn't going to end well.
Saw it coming. It counters it.
Oh my
Nope.
goodness.
Trouble might be coming our way.
Quick, Saxton, get under the table to protect the
Boom, headbutt.
Good idea. And is he? Yeah, it looks like he's bleeding now.
What's Sika working on?
Super kick.
Using the cranium. Oh, and a kick.
And Samoan drop.
Incredible.
Alpha and Sika might have just shown us the prelude.
And look at this now. Yes, applying the submission hold.
Using the submission to weaken the opponent. Smart strategy.
Looking for a counter, and just like that, he manages to break the hold.
Does the official not see him remove?
Whoa!
Keep your voice down.
Neck break on both
I
sides.
still can't get over the look I always see on the Wild Samoans. It's like they have a one-track mind towards savage brutality.
Damn!
So yes, to every question that makes up a scary tag team. Yes.
Baba must have called
Yes,
for
they're
it
tough.
to get the
Yes, they will
tables.
win. Yes, they will hurt. And yes, they will.
On the top.
Whoa!
He finds a counter for
Well, that failed.
Stiff headbutt. And his head is taking even more damage.
And another stiff shot to the head here.
So hard into the ring.
And another headbutt.
Devastating kick.
Sika! Get the table!
And it does not involve a dinner party.
So ruthless.
I think it's time to end this.
Knowing they had to turn up the dial, had to match Alpha and Sika's level of aggression. Bubba Ray and Devon know they have to be extreme as they can be.
Yeah, but what the Dudleys call extreme.
No!
Flight.
Landing.
You gotta be a certain kind of crazy to even think
Oh,
about attempting that.
Captain Luabano coming in with the chair support.
Piercing shot
Damn.
to the body.
That's what you get. That's what you get.
The adrenaline is pumping, and the WWE Universe is
Oh,
The Wild Samoans just took a bumpy trip to Dudleyville.
Big forearm.
not on my watch, Baba. The end!
I don't think this table's gonna last much longer.
Bam!
Sika just beat the Dudley boys.
And
in their
that's
own
all
game.
she wrote. W for the Wild Samoans.
And it's the Wild Samoans standing tall, having beat the Dudley boys at their own game.
Devon and Bubba pushed Alpha and Sika to their limits, but in the end, there was only one way this match could end.
Let's go! And that, ladies and gentlemen, was another part of the WWE 2K25 showcase. I hope you all enjoyed the content. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all next time.